If you need a starting place to get into the world's greatest superhero, you really cannot pick a better spot. So I've been a little bit behind on my reading because I don't know, I just have been. It happens sometimes. And so in an effort to try and catch up, I'm going through like my backlog and just kind of marathon reading stuff. And I started with Superman Unlimited. We're 4 issues in already, and I figured it was an easy way to catch up. And I figured while I was doing that, I'll review it with you guys because this is an exciting book. The book starts with Lois Lane getting this huge position in the Daily Planet. And it's not just the Daily Planet. She's in charge of like a huge multimedia news conglomerate all of a sudden. And it's really cool to see Lois Lane in that position. Like a lot of superheroes kind of have this forward and then they stop and they go backwards and revert as far as their character progression goes. I've noticed that Superman does a pretty good job of having like a through line. It's kind of slow progression and it bounces back a little bit, but for the most part, you know, Lois, her career advances, Superman's life advances, his family advances, and that's pretty nice to see. Then we see Superman do a bunch of everyday stuff, which I love seeing the everyday stuff. It's just great. And then there's a giant meteor in space that's headed towards Earth. You know, plot number 6 for a Superman story. As the meteor is coming towards Earth, Superman smashes into it, but reveals that the core is solid kryptonite. It's this huge chunk of kryptonite that's heading towards Earth. Plotline number 7 in Superman comics. And as Superman is doing everything he can to try and push this giant kryptonite rock out of the way so that nobody gets hurt, he starts to reminisce, which is why I think this book is a great read. It's essential for current Superman fans as well as those who are getting into the character. Because at this point, Superman starts to reminisce about his life, and we get a very clear picture as to what the current Superman canon is. Every time a movie or a big event happens, Superman kind of gets rebooted, but it isn't always clear what that reboot has. And in this book, we actually get a very clear through line as to what the new canon is, what counts, what doesn't count. I'll spoil the ending when I talk about the next issue in the next video in this series, so you don't have to worry about it here if you want to go and read the book. If you haven't read the book, then wait for the next video or whatever you want to do. Great book. I had a lot of fun with it. The art, I'm a little bit iffy on the art, if I'm to be honest with everything, but otherwise, it's a great read. I highly recommend.